Saang dako man ng mundo makarating, ang ating magigiting na scientist ang serbisyo para sa bayan may ihahatid pa rin. Ngayong araw, kilalanin natin ang isang siyentipiko na masasabi nating ang imbensyon at talino siyang bumubuhay sa mga astronauts ng NASA o National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Ang galing ng Pinoy, tunay na nakaka-proud. Kilalanin natin si Dr. Apollo Arquiza, dito lamang sa DOSTv, Science for the People. Pamilyar ka ba sa pangalang Apollo? Oo, ito nga ang pangalan ng spacecraft kung saan sakay sina Neil Armstrong na mga unang tao na nakatapak sa buwan. Kaya naman ng mga panahong iyon, usong-uso na ang pangalan ng mga bata, Apollo. Tulad na lamang ng ating balik scientist ngayong araw na si Dr. Apollo Arquiza.
Nung bata ako kasi, actually I was born during the moon missions. Kaya Apollo really was based on that, yung Apollo missions. No? And that was the first time that man stepped on the moon, no? Bida yung mga astronauts. So when I was younger, pag tinanong ako, what do you want to be? So, astronaut ang sagot ko. And that was really my dream, to be an astronaut. Because of, lalo na, because of my name and because of yung kwento nga na I was yung named after them. So, parang sa mind ko, talang destined. No? But it never really occurred to me na I will be an astronaut. Kasi when you grow older, kita mo na astronauts are really for developed countries, no? Hindi pa Pilipinos. So, sa ngayon, it was not, so I know I was not meant to be. So I became an engineer, pero funny, no? What happened was, when I did my PhD in the US, I worked with a professor who was working with NASA research. So, yun na nga. So I started working with NASA research, and now I'm in the field. So, hindi ako pa rin astronaut, no? But I've been able to do some stuff that they can do, like yung floating in microgravity. So, that's very nice.
Si Dr. Apollo ay isang scientist na katuwang ngayon ng NASA sa pag-alalay sa mga astronauts nito upang makatagal sa outer space. Si Dr. Apollo ang responsable sa mga machines na ginagamit ng mga astronaut upang mapatagal ang shelf life ng pagkain nila sa kalawakan at ma-recycle ang kanilang mga basura. Pero kwento ni Dr. Apollo, bata pa lamang daw siya, may hinuha na siya na sa astronomy malalagay ang kanyang pangalan.
Nung bata ako talaga, we were watching Star Wars, lumabas na nun no? So lumabas, tapos yung meron pa rin Star Trek, tapos yung naalala ko meron, dahil nga dun sa space shows, madami. And I think power of suggestion na nga rin kasi yung pangalan ko Apollo. So, ang nangyari talaga, I was blessed na science involved din yung mother ko kasi pharmacist siya. So, meron kami nung maraming books about astronomy. So, tinry din niya na i-develop. And fortunately, it stuck. Kaya lang hindi talaga yung astronomy, more on engineering. So, pero I realized ngayon na sa life support is more on engineering. So, hindi ako astronomy but engineering part, which is interesting. It's just a matter of being at the right place at the right time. No? But I'm happy that it happened kasi when I go to, yung field ko nga, no, it's life support for astronauts. When we go to, every year merong conference ang NASA and wala kang makitang Pilipino. Kasi before, usually, NASA kasi is an federal agency, so Amerikano yung talagang regular nila, yung staff. So, konti lang kami nasa research na. And I think once ko lang yata nakita ng Pilipino sa field ko na, pero film pa, no? Film. So, that was really big. And I think, I never heard of yung naka-experiment ka dun sa zero-G plane. So, I think it would be, I would be the first Filipino. And what was fun was, with NASA, they were open with naglagay ako ng flag sa flight suit ko. They were good with that. So, that was a good thing. At least show na, sabi nga, no, the Filipino can.
Napakalaking ambag sa space studies ang naging imbensyon ni Dr. Apollo. Ang research niya sa Advanced Life Support for Human Space Exploration ay hindi nga raw isang biro.
When I went to the US to do my PhD, nagkataon na yung professor, may isang professor na ang field niya is NASA research. No? So sa engineering siya, si Jean Hunter. So as part of her group, as her PhD advisee, I worked with her on several NASA projects. So yung pinakita ko nga is only part of it. So yun ang kagandahan. I was part of a group that was doing NASA research. So it was in Cornell University, pero NASA funded. So partly food, tapos partly waste treatment. Kasi during that time, yung mga astronauts sa space, they produce waste, no? Yung water waste, tapos yung dumi, no? Tapos yung food waste. So we're trying a way to recycle it para mabawasan yung gastos. Kasi if you don't recycle, sayang pag tinapon kasi you're going to bring more on the space station and every kilo, mga $20,000 in terms of fuel and rocket space. So sa NASA talaga, ang kanilang objective is recycle, recycle, recycle. So if you can recycle, that would be it. So first work is recycling yung mga magagamit pa sa garbage nila. Tapos yung after that, yung food na. Try to produce food. Challenge kasi is usually pag sa research naman talaga, it's you are doing things na wala pang gumagawa before. So wala kang makita na pwedeng pagbasihan. You start with very basic. So medyo madami-dami yung steps na kailangan mo para makaproduce ng final product. So that was part of it kasi we were trying to develop things na merong part ginawa na pero hindi kompleto. So we were putting it together and adding new things for us. So that was a big challenge na kasi wala kang makita masyadong pwedeng sundan. No? You are trying to do things that are very new. Ang plus side niya is you learn a lot kasi usually talaga is learning by doing. So I had to do things and then learn by doing, and that was a good training.
Kaya naman bumalik siya sa Pilipinas sa programa ng DOST na Balik Scientist Program upang maibahagi naman sa mga Pilipino ang kanyang talino. Naging focus din niya ang pagkain. Kaya naman, pinag-aralan niya mabuti kung paano mas mapagaganda ang food production at pagkain pinamimigay ng gobyerno tuwing may sakuna.
We work on it siguro, research funding, mga mabot kaming halos 4 years, no? Kasi madaming projects sunod-sunod. Yung isa 4 years, yung isa 2 years. So, iba-iba. Kasi usually ganyan talaga ang science. Once you do something, you see more interesting questions ba? And along the way, if the funding agency finds it interesting too, so tuloy-tuloy yung pondo. And that's what I like when I got back. No, DOST is, I think, a lot more money for research. So I think a lot more aspiring scientists or engineers can do things that they want to do. Na even though sa ngayon, they may not think na magagamit siya practically, but later on, it will be, basta science, they will find a use for it. The Balik Scientist program it's more than enough, no? So it will give you time to, and it gives you, kasi you are with DOST, it gives you parang kang pamilya na ng DOST. And DOST is very big, no? So you have access to a lot of services, a lot of people who are experts in their field. So that's very good. So I'm very happy with the Balik Scientist program. I'd like to thank dati before it was under the Office of USEC of R&D with Dr. Amelia Guevara. Ngayon with USEC Gev, Rowena Cristina Guevara. But now it's under USEC of Services na eh. So this is my second stint kasi with USEC of Science and Technology Services, si USEC Carol Yerobe. So would like to thank them again. No? And P-Shirt, yung aking sponsoring agency. Those who are, yung mga iba pa nag-isip magbalik scientist, no? Don't worry na yung exactong field mo. Kasi isipin nyo ako, no? My work is outer space research, no? Eh walang ganito dito. But what happens is yung skill set mo, you will find use to solve the problems in the Philippines. And don't worry about the support, no? The government or DOSTv will give support kasi science has really been going up, I think, the last few years. Sa akin kasi, I think I'm getting there, no? Kasi part yung scale up ng food products natin. Kasi if you go around the countryside, ang daming food products, no? Pero usually it's small scale lang yung gawa. And if we can scale it up, make it high quality, shelf stable na we can export or we can, yung mga turista natin can use it, that's very good. So that's one of my, is try to develop nga yung technology for food processing. No?
Sa kabila nito, may pangarap pa rin daw si Dr. Apollo para sa Pilipinas. Inspirasyon si Dr. Apollo para sa ating lahat. Pero may payo siya sa mga nais sumunod sa kanyang yapak.
I think the main really thing is, awan ko, no? Everyone, bata, no? They're interested with space talaga. No? I mean, and kahit matanda, kasi if you remember nung recently, January 31, we had that, tatlong super blue blood moon, no? And everyone was interested, no? I'm sure a lot of people were interested. They were seeing kung ano nangyari, no? From full moon, nawala, tapos naging red, no? So that's where it starts, yung observation and then the science. Bakit nangyayari yon, no? And the good thing is science has developed na almost sa school matuturo na yan. And I think that's the best thing. Try to keep the interest alive. No? Yung I'm very happy with SEI, no? Maraming talaga. Yung Science Education Institute, no? I was part of yung kanilang mga outreach, no? Yung mga Science Explorer, no? It's like try to push students to see the world, no? The universe in terms of science, no? Kasi yung hindi lang basta may rainbow, no? Ang ganda, pero iba yung kasi yung let's say alam mo kung bakit nagkaka-rainbow. Let's say umaga, diyan yung araw, tapos umaambon, no? Alam mo pag tumingin ka sa likod, may araw, may ambon, ano meron? Rainbow, no? So because of science. So that helps really yung ganung mga examples i-cultivate, no? And that's part of it, no? Cultivation. Pero do not make the tawag dito mistake na parang sabihin sa kanila na science is easy, no? Science is fun all the time. Kasi science is really, hard science is really hard, no? Yung research. So that would be, so part yun na develop the curiosity and give them the training para pag talagang research na, they have the right stuff, kumbaga. Sa mga aspiring scientists yan, so just, tama nga, no? Sabagay, keep on reaching for the stars. Reaching lang, pero pwede ka pero it's still a good thing to do, no? Just follow your dreams, okay?
Tunay ngang kahanga-hanga ang mga taong ang talino'y alay pa rin para sa bayan. Malayong lupain man ang marating, ang paglilingkod ay parating nakaalalay sa bayan natin. Kaya naman, saludo kami sa mga katulad ni Dr. Apollo Arquiza at sa iba pang siyentipiko na tumutulong para mapaunlad pa ang bayan.
The Philippines, situated along the Typhoon Belt and the Pacific Ring of Fire, is exposed to numerous natural hazards, making it the third most disaster-prone country in the world. Being highly vulnerable to numerous natural calamities, resource assessment for planning and decision-making is crucial for the protection and conservation of these natural resources. The question is, how do we protect them? Resource assessment involves identifying these resources, their location, their status, and their characteristics. Detailed information about these resources are needed by the government agencies and local units for better planning and decision-making. The UP Training Center for Applied Geodesy and Photogrammetry, or UPTCAGP, together with 14 state universities and colleges and higher educational institutions, is currently undertaking a directed research program entitled Nationwide Detailed Resources Assessment Using LiDAR, or PhilLiDAR-2. This is funded by the Department of Science and Technology through its Grant in Aid or GIA program, monitored by the Philippine Council for Industry, Energy, and Emerging Technology Research and Development, or FISHERD DOST. PhilLiDAR-2 aims to complement ongoing programs of government agencies by utilizing the groundbreaking light detection and ranging, or LiDAR data, develop methodologies for extracting resource features from LiDAR and other RS data, produce high-resolution national resource maps, produce vulnerability assessment maps for high-value crops and coastal resources, and formulate recommendations to help address future local supply and demand in agriculture, coastal, forest, and renewable resources. The first project component is the agricultural resources extraction from LiDAR surveys, also known as PARMAP. PARMAP aims to provide an updated and detailed inventory of the agricultural resources in the country. This deals with the development and application of methodologies for the extraction or mapping of agricultural crops and vulnerability assessment. The project utilizes datasets from LiDAR surveys, other remote sensing systems, and field measurements. The second project component is the aquatic resources extraction from LiDAR surveys, also known as CoastMap. CoastMap aims to develop procedures and workflows for extracting and characterizing coastal resources such as aquaculture, mangroves, corals, seagrass, and other aquatic resources from LiDAR surveys. This also involves vulnerability assessment of coastal resources. The third project component is the forest resources extraction from LiDAR surveys, also known as FREXLs. FREXLs aims to develop procedures and workflows for extracting and characterizing forest features, such as tree count, canopy height, canopy gap enclosure, biomass, and carbon stock from LiDAR data, and validate it with field measurements. The fourth project component is the development of the Philippine Hydrologic Dataset for watersheds from LiDAR surveys, also known as PHD. PHD aims to develop procedures and workflows using various geographic data models to generate different hydrologic datasets in watersheds. The last project component is the Philippine Renewable Energy Resource Mapping from LiDAR surveys, also known as REMAP. REMAP aims to assess the renewable energy resource potential of the country for biomass, hydro, solar, and wind, and to perform site suitability assessment for the development of these renewable energy resources. Each component aims to develop a detailed and comprehensive database of all the natural resources extracted that may be used in various applications, such as production of high-value crops, irrigation assessment, aquaculture production, forest protection, water resource monitoring, and discovery of renewable energy sources. The results and outputs of this study will be used by planners, managers, and decision-makers in the local government units and other target beneficiaries for use in applications, including but not limited to natural resource management, land use planning and development, and capacity and resilience building.
Good morning sa iyo, Jel. Good morning po sa lahat ng taga-subaybay ng DOSTv. Patuloy tayong makakaranas ng maliwas sa panahon sa buong bansa dahil po sa epekto ng easterlies dito sa silangang bahagi ng bansa. At itong ridge of high pressure area naman ay naapektuhan itong malaking bahagi ng Northern Luzon. Wala naman tayong binabantay ang bagyo o low pressure area sa loob at labas ng Philippine Area of Responsibility. Kaya, dito sa buong Luzon ay makakaranas ng maluwas na panahon maliban sa mga isolated na pag-ulan or thunderstorm kadalasan sa hapon ng gabi. At inaasa natin na may panahon sa Metro Manila kung saan naabot ng 34 degrees Celsius. Sa Baguio City ay aabot ng 25 degrees Celsius. Sa Tuguegarao, inaasa po natin na aabot ng 35 degrees Celsius. Buong Visayas ay maganda panahon inaasahan natin at may mga pulupulong pag-ulan po tayo kadalasan sa hapon o gabi. At sa Mindanao ay patuloy makakaranas ng mainit na panahon maliban sa mga isolated na pag-ulan or thunderstorm. Sa Davao ay mainit na panahon inaasahan natin kung saan naabot ng 33 degrees Celsius. At sa Zamboanga ay aabot ng 32 degrees Celsius. Sa mga susunod ng 3 araw sa Metro Manila, ganoon din sa Baguio City, Legazpi City, Metro Cebu at Metro Davao ay patuloy makakaranas ng maliwas na panahon at di po nawawala itong mga isolated mga pag-ulan or thunderstorm kadalasan sa hapon o gabi. Maya po, inaasahan po natin ang araw lulubog sa ganap na 6:05 ng hapon. Para sa mga karagdagang updates, sundan po kami sa aming official social media account. At bisitahin po laging ang ating Pag-asa website, www.pag-asa.dost.gov.ph. Mula sa Pag-asa, ako po si Alzardi Aurelio.
DOSTv would like to thank Filipino Creazione de Mano Incorporated. Visit their showroom at ground floor lobby, PSMBFI Building, 318 Santolan Road, West Crames, San Juan City. Sinev, the world's leading source of reliable and authoritative news, views, and analysis on information about science and technology for global development. Visit their website at www.sinev.net.
Kahit sinong araw, pwedeng mangarap. Kaya tulad ni Dr. Apollo, patuloy tayong mag-aral, magpakadalubhasa at kumilos para makatulong sa mundo at sa bansa. Aba, malay natin, sa susunod na mga taon, ikaw na mismo ang unang Pilipinong makakatapak sa planetang Mars. O di ba, bongga! Pero higit pa sa pagtupad sa mga pangarap, ang kagustuhan nating makatulong sa ating bansa ang siyang mas gumagabay sa atin para maging isang mabuting Pilipino. Hanggang bukas sa isa na namang malaman na usapan sa mga kaganapan sa mundo ng siyensya at teknolohiya. Ako po si Jel Miranda at ito ang DOSTv, Science for the People.